Let's explore reality. I made a video recently. It was called "The World is a Cultural Colony of the United States of America." I love this comment. I love all the comments, I really do. But there's this one from Fab French, who has been, by default, one of the most faithful followers of this channel. Watches all my videos, leaves a comment on every one, has a lot of intelligent insight. And I like what he is talking about here as far as NATO. I'm going to read this portion of his comment. Quote, "What you say is true. Do not forget that actually when the United States accepted to fight in World War II, it was not only to fight Nazism, which they didn't care so much because it was thought to somehow be protection against communism. Its government understood that they had to install military bases all over Western Europe to avoid communism to develop all in Europe. The goal was at once to be economic and political. It was part of the deal. We help you, but instead we will also open your markets, enter the NATO, accept U.S. military presence on your land, import the U.S. way of life, pop culture products, etc." End quote. His comment goes on, all great, but just camping out on that thought right there. I have had the Italian mob concept explained to me, something like this. In Italy, whether this is present day or whether this was traditionally how it was, there's these small shop owners, and the guy walks in and says, "I'm here to offer you protection." The shop owner says, "I don't need protection." The response, "You never know when someone might come in here and mess this place up. Now if you pay this amount of money to me on this reoccurring basis, you'll be constantly protected." Of course, if the shop owner didn't pay the fee, give it a couple days, give it a week, sure enough, that same person who offered protection would bring his friends and they would destroy the place. They would give them a reason to fear. So naturally, when I read this comment, it kind of sounds like the United States is the mob in this situation. Let us go ahead and set up our military bases across Europe, across the world, and we're going to protect you. We're going to make sure nobody messes the place up. So I understand in what I've just said in this video, maybe I've shared some romanticized idea of the Italian mob, or any mob. But if there was any truth in what I just said about that concept of the Italian mob, or a mob in general, that basically as long as you give them what they need, they truly do protect you. But if you're not on their side, then you're automatically against them, and you basically get to decide whether you let them in or not. I think that's a good stopping point / launching point for us to explore this further. What are your thoughts? In theory, by working with the United States in that capacity, by letting them set up camp, becoming involved with them on a military and therefore political perspective situation right there, do you ultimately have that protection, but you also join your identity with them, for better or for worse? Your comments belong right here.